Hello there. This video we are going to talk about silicon Power Rugged Armor external hard drive, PCB board repair, and disk data recovery. For this video, inside of the case is a Samsung 2.5 inches SATA hard drive. The PCB board number is 100720903. This is the outlook of this hard drive, front, back, and the label. This is the hard drive after removing the enclosure. This is the shock-proof rubber shell to protect the hard drive. This is the SATA to USB adapter. If this went damaged, you can take the hard drive out, connect to the computer directly, or put into another external hard drive case. This is the PCB board from the hard drive. For some reason, the PCB board of the hard drive could be damaged. So we are going to continue to talk about how to swap the PCB board to rescue a hard drive. We are going to talk about how to find the correct donor board and how to do PCB board firmware transfer. This picture shows where to find the hard drive model number. The PCB board number is on the component side of the PCB board. You have to take off the PCB board and find the very tiny number on the green PCB board. For most people, they do need the magnifier. I enlarged the number with a picture. You can take a close look. I know it is not convenient, but it is the way the hard drive is, and also this number is very important. We use this number to find the identical donor controller board. After finding the model number of the hard drive and the board number of the PCB board, you may go to www.hdd-parts.com. In the search box, input both the model number and the PCB board number, then click on search. The correct donor board is found. What is the PCB board firmware? And why do we have to transfer this firmware? Because for this model hard drive, one PCB board includes two parts, hardware and firmware. The firmware includes the hard drive's unique configuration data. The hard drive needs this unique configuration data to work. So we have to transfer this unique configuration data from the original bad PCB board to the good donor board. Then the donor board can work on the original hard drive. This picture illustrated how the PCB board firmware transfer works. On the left-hand side is the bad PCB board. On the right-hand side is the good PCB board. We transfer the firmware from the bad PCB board to the good PCB board. We receive many questions regarding the hard drive PCB board firmware, also called hard drive PCB board BIOS, and the hard drive PCB board compatibility. So let's talk a little bit more about this in general. Some PCB boards BIOS are in the independent memory chip, like the first picture shows. Some PCB boards BIOS are integrated into the main IC, like the second picture shows. Most of the modern hard drive PCB boards need to do the BIOS transfer before swapping the PCB board. Even the donor boards are identical with the original boards in hardware, we have to transfer the BIOS from the original board to the donor board. Then the donor board can work on the original hard drive. The third picture shows some of these PCB boards. But there are some hard drive PCB boards do not need the BIOS transfer. As long as the donor boards are identical with the original boards, you can swap the boards directly. The fourth picture shows some of these kind of boards. If you have any questions, such as how to find a donor board, if your board need to do the BIOS transfer, where is the BIOS of your PCB board, how to swap your PCB board, please go to www.hdd-parts.com to check it out, or you may take pictures of your hard drive and the PCB board and email to us. We will give you the correct answer. This picture illustrated the procedure of fixing a hard drive PCB board. First, the clients sent in their PCB board. 2. We fix the PCB board. 3. We ship back the PCB board to the clients. Overheat is a common problem of hard drive PCB boards. Solutions: 1. Cool down the hard drive by fan or other cooling devices. 2. Replace or fix the PCB board. This picture shows the two main contributors to the overheat. This picture shows how to use a fan to cool down the hard drive. This picture shows how to use a hard drive heat sink to cool down a hard drive. This picture shows how to cool down the overheat chip. First, locate the overheat chip. Second, put the heat sink pad on the top of the overheat chip. Third, put the heat sink onto the pad and press firmly. Note: this method only works on the PCB boards whose components are facing out. This picture shows one of the methods to cool down the inside overheat chips. First, locate the overheat chips. Second, put the heat sink pad on the top of the overheat chips. We use the hard drive case as a heat sink. When we put back the PCB board back to the hard drive, we do not put back the cushion pad in between. Clean room operation. Common disk assembly physical problems: disk head damage, disk damage, spindle damage, motor damage, dust contamination. Dust contamination could be caused by broken seal or opening the hard drive in an unclean environment, like office, computer workshop. Opening the hard drive in an unclean environment could make the data recovery work even more difficult. There are some simple ways to recover data from a hard drive. One of them is try to read the hard drive by different devices, like different external hard drive adapters, computers, or enclosures. Because different devices use different ways to read a hard drive, sometimes this trick works. Another way is swapping the hardware PCB board. Swapping the hardware PCB board can fix the problem caused by the PCB board. There is a cost in swapping the PCB board, but it is way cheaper than sending the hard drive to a data recovery firm. This picture shows the procedure How we do data recovery for our clients. First, the client sends their hard drive to us. Second, we do data recovery. Third, we ship back the data to our clients. Thank you so much for taking your precious time to watch my video. Any comments are really appreciated. If this video is a little bit of help, could you please click on like to support me? Thank you again. Bye.